For me, it's been like the immunity boost that comes from breastfeeding, the fact that antibodies actually pass through the breast milk. So if he's not feeling well, or if I'm not feeling well, my body starts to produce antibodies which pass through the breast milk and helps boost his immunity, but also the pain relief and the comfort that comes from breastfeeding. So especially, I think the biggest thing is when he's sort of feeling unwell or if he's teething, I find that just by breastfeeding, I'm able to soothe him and comfort him. And I find that as my first go-to, we can just breastfeed and try and soothe him that way. Some of the lesser known benefits of breastfeeding is around SUDI, and that breastfeeding can actually be a protective factor, which can protect baby from sudden unexpected death in infancy, alongside obviously safe sleep practices, so always sleeping maybe in their own space, face up, face clear, and also a smoke-free environment.
For me, it's a connection with my child. Once they come out of the kōpū, it's important for me to feel that connection isn't lost when pepes come out, and so a lot of it is a healing process for me in terms of that separation between my child from the kōpū out ki te whaiau, ki te ao marama. And that is the beauty of breastfeeding for me, and the health benefits of it are just a bonus on top of that. The easy, on demand, it's ready, I don't have to sterilise it. There's so much research that shows the benefits of breastfeeding your pepe and the development that goes with it. I wouldn't want any other way.
Breastfeeding hasn't always been easy. Initially I just thought, I'm a midwife, I know how to do this, I've helped hundreds of women latch their babies, I've taught people how to breastfeed, but now I have to do it myself, and I realised putting things into practice wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I am honest with my mums nowadays, now that I have breastfed, that it isn't easy, but the benefits that come along with breastfeeding definitely are worth the perseverance, but also the time involved. I didn't realise, I think that's underestimated, and so it can be time consuming, and especially if you have a Samoan baby who is always hungry and takes after his dad, it's not the best. Yeah, I definitely think there's social pressure to be able to breastfeed, because if you don't breastfeed and have dinner on the table and have a house that looks like Pinterest perfect, then you're not a great mum. But I think for some women there's definite barriers to be able to breastfeed. Sometimes women have to return to work early, but also there's physiological things that can happen that mean that women can't breastfeed. And I do think at the end of the day you got to do what works for you, what works for your family, what works for you and your child.
Yeah, the concept of ūkaipō for me is about that connection to your whenua, connection to your whakapapa, connection to your tūpuna. And so breastfeeding, it is that, because this is a traditional form of raising your pepe, your tamariki. It carries on the lineage and tradition of the waiū through your generations, and it's coming through you and your child. And when you continue that cycle, you're continuing the practices and the oranga of your whakapapa